Imagine a grown man dressed as an elf, wandering through New York City with wide-eyed innocence and childlike glee. That's Buddy, and he's brought to life hilariously by Will Ferrell in Elf. The movie's premise sounds ridiculous, yet Ferrell's earnest performance makes every moment feel genuine and heartwarming. He manages to find comedy in the smallest things, like pouring maple syrup on spaghetti or screaming, "Santa! I know him," in a crowded store. The movie delivers side-splitting laughs, but it also tugs at your heartstrings, reminding us all to hold on to our inner child. Ferrell's charm is so infectious that even the most cynical viewers can't help but smile. Elf isn't just a holiday movie, it's a feel-good comedy that stays funny no matter how many times you watch it. Watching Buddy spread Christmas cheer in a world of grumpy adults never gets old. Anchorman is outrageous, ridiculous, and absolutely unforgettable. Will Ferrell transforms into Ron Burgundy, a clueless yet supremely confident news anchor in 1970s San Diego. Every moment is packed with quotable lines and absurd situations, like a newsroom street fight involving tridents and a grenade. Ferrell's mustache bravado is both hilarious and oddly endearing. The movie pokes fun at the macho newsroom culture of the time, but it's all done with a wink and a nudge. The cast's chemistry explodes on screen, with Ferrell leading the charge through one ludicrous scenario after another. Ron Burgundy's ego is matched only by his cluelessness, making for endless comedic gold. It's the kind of movie where you catch new jokes every time you rewatch it. Imagine a NASCAR driver who's obsessed with being number one, and you'll find Ricky Bobby, played with wild abandon by Will Ferrell. Talladega Nights takes racing, family drama, and outlandish humor and mixes them into a roaring good time. Ferrell's fearless approach to physical comedy is on full display, from running around in his underwear screaming about invisible fire to praying to baby Jesus over dinner. The movie mocks American bravado and sports culture, but it's all in good fun. Ferrell's chemistry with John C. Reilly, who plays his best friend turned rival, is electric. The movie is packed with ridiculous one-liners and slapstick moments that never fail to spark laughter. At its core, it's a story about friendship, competition, and learning that it's okay not to be first. What happens when two middle-aged, unemployed men become stepbrothers and refuse to grow up? Pure comedic chaos. In Step Brothers, Ferrell teams up with John C. Reilly again, and their on-screen dynamic is nothing short of explosive. The movie is filled with outrageous scenarios, like building bunk beds or starting a fight at a family dinner. Ferrell's commitment to playing an overgrown child is both hilarious and almost shocking in its authenticity. Every argument, tantrum, and ridiculous idea is delivered with such conviction that you can't help but laugh. The film taps into that part of us that wishes we could rebel against adulthood, if only for a moment. It's a wild ride of sibling rivalry, immature antics, and unexpected moments of heart. Old School takes the classic college comedy formula and gives it a fresh, Ferrell-infused twist. As Frank the Tank, Ferrell is the life of the party, turning even the most mundane moments into comedy gold. His transformation from a married man to a wild party legend is both hilarious and a little bit relatable. The streaking scene alone has become the stuff of comedy legend. Ferrell's knack for physical humor shines as he navigates the chaos of fraternity life, midlife crisis, and new friendships. The movie is a celebration of letting go, even if it's just for a weekend. Watching Frank and his friends try to recapture their youth leads to some of the funniest scenes in modern comedy. Ferrell's performance is both outrageous and oddly touching, making Old School a must-see. Pairing Will Ferrell with Mark Wahlberg seems like an odd choice, but in The Other Guys, it's a stroke of genius. Ferrell plays Alan Gamble, a mild-mannered, desk-bound cop who gets thrust into action with Wahlberg's hot-headed partner. The movie turns the typical buddy cop formula on its head, delivering unexpected laughs at every turn. Ferrell's oddball character, with his bizarre backstory and love of paperwork, is a perfect foil to Wahlberg's intense energy. Their unlikely partnership results in some of the most memorable moments, from car chases gone wrong to arguments over tuna and lions. The script is packed with clever jokes, sight gags, and absurd situations that keep the laughs coming. Ferrell's ability to play the straight man while still being hilarious is what makes this film stand out in the genre. Who would have thought that competitive figure skating could be so funny? In Blades of Glory, Ferrell plays Chaz Michael Michaels, a cocky, flamboyant skater with a wild streak. Forced to team up with his rival, played by John Hader, Ferrell brings physical comedy to new heights, sometimes literally. Every fall, spin, and over-the-top costume is played for laughs without ever feeling forced. The absurdity of two grown men performing romantic skating routines together is mined for every possible joke, but Ferrell also manages to make Chaz weirdly lovable. The movie is filled with slapstick gags, outlandish rivalries, and pure comedic nonsense. Ferrell's larger-than-life personality fits perfectly in the world of outrageous skating competitions. It's a movie that proves you can find laughter in the most unexpected places. Daddy's Home takes the classic blended family conflict and turns it into a hilarious war of dads. Will Ferrell plays Brad, a mild-mannered stepdad desperate to win over his new family, only to have his efforts derailed by the arrival of the kid's cool, tough biological father, played by Mark Wahlberg. Ferrell's awkward, well-meaning attempts to impress the kids spiraled into increasingly ridiculous situations. The movie finds humor in the everyday struggles of parenting, blended families, and competition for affection. Ferrell's ability to play the lovable underdog shines as he faces off against Wahlberg's swaggering presence. The escalating pranks and stunts are both cringe-worthy and laugh-out-loud funny. Ferrell's performance makes you root for Brad, even as he stumbles through one embarrassing moment after another. The film is a reminder that sometimes, trying too hard is the funniest thing of all. Will Ferrell's movies are a masterclass in comedic timing, physical humor, and fearless performances. His willingness to be silly, vulnerable, and even a little bit weird is what sets him apart from other comedians. Whether he's playing a clueless news anchor, an overgrown child, or a bumbling dad, Ferrell brings something unexpected to every role. Each of these movies showcases a different side of his comedic genius, from slapstick to satire to heartfelt moments that sneak up on you. Watching a Will Ferrell movie is like being invited to a party where anything can happen, and you're guaranteed to laugh until your sides hurt.